What's going on, guys? Eric today here with a vlog in my Chevy Sonic. This is my daily driver, and as the last two videos ago, I sold the 350Z, so there's that. And I was hoping to have an Elise here sooner rather than later, and we're still kind of in the process of going through that to find one. But that's actually what today's vlog is about. So I live in Grand Rapids, which is here. I went to look at a Lotus, which was here. So it's about 2.5 hours drive one way, about 150 miles roughly. This was Saturday. I went to look at it. Today's Sunday. Just out for a drive while my brisket smokes at home. Ooh, brisket, smoked brisket. Can't wait for that. But we being myself, and my wife was at work, I had been browsing online. This one's been for sale for a while, actually. Different dealership had it. Now Jaguar Land Rover has it out in Farmington Hills, I believe, which is just east of Ann Arbor. I was sitting at home yesterday. I went grocery shopping, got all my stuff done that I had to do for the day, and I had decided that I'd call the dealership to make sure it was still available. I had Google mapped it, saw that it was only about 2.5 hours away. So I called them to make sure it was still available, so I didn't just drive out there for no reason, and called them about noon. Hey, is it still available? Yeah, it is. Okay, great. Tell you what, I'll be out there a little bit later today. I'll be out there around 2:30 to check it out. So, all right, it sounds good. We'll see you then. The receptionist, or maybe a sales lady there, I'm not sure who she was, but she walked me out to the car, gave me the keys. I started looking it over, asking questions, and she didn't know a whole lot about the car. She didn't know, what had been done to it, how much room they had to work with on the price, nothing. And that's fine. If she was the receptionist, I get that. She doesn't know those numbers. So I wasn't too terribly upset about that. It was magnetic blue. Had black wheels on it, which I really want black wheels on my Elise. Blue, laser, Arctic, it doesn't really matter the shade of blue. Any blue, a chrome orange, or a kryptonite green, and then I want black wheels. Hard top preferred, but not necessary, because I can always buy one of those. And actually, I think that the hard top would sit in my garage, to be honest. Bring it up to the building. It was parked out in the lot. She wanted me to bring it around to the building, and she'd take a copy of my license then. Okay, great. So hop in, go to start it, and it just clicks. What the fuck? Man, Anyway, when I get out, when I get out to the car, we go out with the jump pack. They are asking me these questions about, how do you open the hood hatch, and where's the battery located, and why isn't the door opening? And they knew nothing about this car. And I get it that they're not a Lotus dealer, but you would still feel that if you're going to sell a car, you are going to want to know a little bit of information about it. Don't expect your buyer to know more than you. That's just asking for problems in reality. If I know more about this car than you do, I'm going to be able to sell you on why you should sell me that car for cheaper. It really is sales 101. If I as the seller know less than you as the buyer, it's not going to end well for me. The technician's sitting there monkeying around with it. I'm talking like 45 minutes I'm at this dealership while they try and get this fucking thing started. So finally, I still hadn't met up with the gentleman that I spoke with on the phone. He was still with another customer, and I get that. You're busy, whatever, shit happens. So anyway, the other salesman that had brought me out to the car to try and jump it, he said, Craig will be right with you. Craig was the guy's name. At this point, it's just me, the car. Well, actually, I'm in the waiting lobby, figuring, okay, whatever, the technician's going to get it figured out. I'm standing around doing nothing, and finally, like I said, after about 45 minutes, I said, fuck it. I walked out to the technician. He's fucking around with the car. And I said to him, I said, look, man, I said, you can either keep working on this or go back to what you were doing. I said, I'm taking off. He looks at me real puzzled like and asks, he goes, you don't want to test drive it? I said, oh, I'd absolutely love to test drive it. I said, but the fucking thing won't start. See, the one problem here, and I said, and I'm not taking it out on you. I said, you're doing your job as you were told, which was to fix cars. I said, but as a sales rep, and going back to exactly what I said about a minute ago, as a sales rep, if somebody calls you and says, I'm driving from 2.5 hours away to come look at this car, wouldn't you think that you'd come out here and make sure it starts before I got here? And he just kind of laughed and smiled and shook his head. I mean, he completely understood why I was pissed. And so it's disappointing only because I wasted my day. Not because, oh, well, that was the only Lotus. No, I'm going to find a fucking Lotus Elise. That's just, not that hard to comprehend. There's plenty of other Lotus Elises for sale. And I will find one in my price range, the color I want, and go from there. But the fact is that I drove out there, the dumb motherfucker knew I was coming and didn't bother to start the fucking car. You wasted my whole day. They wanted me actually to write up a purchase agreement contingent upon it starting and my inspection. I'm thinking, okay, so you had me drive out here once, now you want me to drive out here again. It just didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's my fucking rant for the day, is just how stupid dealerships can be. I'm going to end this rant and continue my search for a Lotus. I actually am in contact with one that's about 5 hours away that I think I might go look at it. I'm not entirely sure. Got to talk with the wife a little bit and see where we stand on it and go from there. But anyway, guys, this is your first video. Hit that subscribe and like button down below. That support's always appreciated. We all know that routine there. So, we'll see you guys later.